You really have to watch your thoughts because they become your words. Watch your words because they become your actions. Watch your actions because they become your future. No more, I'll start tomorrow. No more, I'm not good enough. No more, I can't do that.
You are now tuning in to the Roughnecks podcast with your host, Cole Nixon. Much love.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Roughnecks podcast. This is episode 144, which makes this Fast Friday number 22, and I have a big announcement to make. Fast Fridays are coming to an end. I just don't think that it's worth it anymore, but don't you worry. I'm just kidding. It's still worth it, but we do have a great replacement for them. Something that is going to be even better than what I feel that I can offer you guys. Fast Fridays are now going to change and become Reno's Rants. So Reno Rito was on for episode 125. And Reno played football at Kent State and has an amazing fitness person, him and his wife Brittany, who will hopefully be on the podcast as well. Awesome people in the fitness world. But he has something on his Instagram that he's doing, which he calls Reno's Rants, which are very similar to Fast Fridays, but with Reno's touch. And I'm excited to bring on Reno to become a part of the Roughnecks family. He is now taking over all Fast Fridays, so I'm done with Fast Fridays. You may still hear me from time to time on a Fast Friday, but it won't be very often, hopefully, that you will hear me on a Fast Friday. You'll hear now your little Friday motivation. It's the same similar setup, but your Friday motivations are now going to be Reno's Rants. And, it sounds like he's just going to get on and complain about things, but it's not that. It's similar to a Fast Friday. It's a motivational type thing. And he's going to, I don't have rules for him. I'm letting him take over, letting him do his thing, because I truly believe that he's someone that, we can learn and grow from. So he's taking over Fast Fridays. His first episode will release on February 10th. Next Friday is a Hold My Beer episode. But his episodes are going to release on February 10th, so be sure to tune into that. Let me know what you guys think. Super excited for this. This is the first announcement of it. You will also hear it in the Roughnecks newsletter, which, if you're not subscribed to the Roughnecks newsletter, all you got to do is go over to roughneckspodcast.com, scroll down to the bottom, type in your email. You'll get a little newsletter, and it's, it comes out once a month. There may be some emails in between as well, but it's just, me kind of telling you guys what's going on and telling you, some things to expect, some things that are coming, and that's pretty much it. But I wanted to bring up again in Friday's announcements the select guest for Hold My Beer and Q&A. This idea has been kind of tossed around. There may be some other changes coming to the podcast this year. I'm not entirely sure on what that entails. Just got some ideas that I might be in the works of, but I want to know, what you guys thought about, having select guests, select people to be. I call them select guests, but it'd be like the same person that would come on for every Hold My Beer episode. Or do you guys like having different people all the time? Same person for Q&A. Tell me what you guys think on that, or maybe the same couple people here and there. Switch it up between a couple people. Tell me what you guys think on that. You can tell me your response by emailing me at info@roughneckspodcast.com, or you can message me on social media. Instagram is the best way to get a hold of me, which is at Roughnecks Podcast. Tell me what you guys think about that. And lastly, speaking of Q&A Friday, we need questions. We always need questions for Q&A Friday. Send your questions over to roughneckspodcast@gmail.com. For those of you who do not know what Fast Friday is where me and a guest will sit there and answer questions from you, the fam. These questions can be about anything and everything. Questions like, what's your favorite color? What do you think of Ohio State basketball? What's your favorite animal? I don't care what it is. Or they can be deep questions like, hey, I'm dealing with this. What is your advice? And I'm not saying I'm going to give you the perfect advice. Like, I'm not going to have all the answers for you, but I'm going to give you my opinion. Somebody maybe you can just bounce ideas off of or whatever. Just tell me what you think. Imagine it like you're sitting, I take it from Granger, but you're sitting around a bonfire. You come up to me and like, hey, man, I want to talk to you about something. Anything you want, doesn't matter what it is. Send those questions over to roughneckspodcast@gmail.com. But let's get into today's Fast Friday, because it might be the last one that you ever hear from me. Probably not, but the last one for a while at least. But Fast Friday, number 22. Here we go. We're going to continue kind of off, last week. We just keep building off these episodes. And what I want to talk about is, we're in that point of the year. Things are starting to get hard. We had these goals that we set at the beginning of the year. Things are starting to get hard. We don't want to do it. We really don't want to do it. But that is the best time to do things. Do things when it's hard. Do things when it sucks. Embrace the suck. Taking Goggins' approach. I still have not yet read his book yet, but I promise you I will. And you'll probably hear me talk a lot more about it. But you have to embrace the suck. You have to embrace that pain, because that is when you're going to grow. The other day, I believe it was, I don't remember what, it was this week, but I woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, no alarm. Don't even know why. Just woke up. I've been kind of getting in that routine, working out every day in the mornings, and woke up 5 o'clock. Heard my neighbor shoveling her driveway and was like, you know what? I could lay here, go to sleep. I don't have to work today. Or I could go do the right thing, go out, help my neighbor shovel her driveway before she goes to work. She's got to be at work at 6, or she usually leaves somewhere around 6. I don't remember, but somewhere around there. So why not go help her? Why not go do the right thing? Went out, did that. Shoveled our house, shoveled the neighbor's house, shoveled the other neighbor's house. I did like 4 driveways, which isn't much. I'm not trying to boast myself and say I did. I shoveled these 50-foot long drive. No, I didn't do much, because the neighborhood we live in, it's small. There's not much to shovel, but I did it. You don't need to thank you. You don't, just do the right thing. I got done 6 o'clock. We're working out at like 7 o'clock that day. I was like, you know what? I might as well go for a run. Today's my cardio day. I got to run 1.5 miles today. That's it. Just 1.5 miles. It usually takes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes? There's 3 inches of snow on the ground. It's in the 30s. It's very easy to just be like, nah, it can wait. I'll go run on a treadmill. Which is still good. I'll give you credit for it. At least you went and did it. But I said, you know what? I'm running my 1.5 miles. I don't care that there's 3 inches of snow on the ground. I don't care that it's 6 a.m. I don't care that it's still dark. I'm glad that everybody's still sleeping and I'm out here running. My dog does it with me. I take my dog with me on my runs. He loves it. My dog ran 1.5 miles in the 3 inches of snow with me, and he had a blast. But it's all about doing the things that you don't want to. Doing it when it's hard. Doing it when it sucks. Because motivation is just a feeling. If we leave it up to motivation, you're leaving it up to chance. Discipline will beat motivation every single time. If you are disciplined, telling yourself, you know what? I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's snowing. I don't care if it's 30 degrees outside. I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside. I'm going to go get this run in. I'm going to go get this in. I'm going to go do whatever it is that I said I was going to do and not make excuses. There are no excuses. We have no fucking room for excuses. If you tell yourself, man, I'll do it later, you really have to watch your thoughts, because they become your words. Watch your words because they become your actions. Watch your actions because they become your future. No more, I'll start tomorrow. No more, I'm not good enough. No more, I can't do that. Hold yourself accountable. I don't care how you have to hold yourself accountable. I do it different ways. I have, a lot of calendars. I set goals for the week. I set goals for the month. I set goals for the year. I set goals for the day. I have like 5 calendars. I don't know exactly how many it is. I think it's 4. I have I'm looking at one right in front of me. It is a whiteboard calendar that is specifically for the podcast of recordings and when episodes drop and meetings. I have that on that calendar. I have another calendar. I use Google Calendar to schedule episodes and send it to the guests and all that kind of stuff and other things. I have on my Google Calendar for the Roughnecks. I also have the reading that I need to get done for the day or the week. I plan out the whole book, which might be, it doesn't always exactly go the way I want it to, but I get it done that way. Like, I get it done. If I miss a day, then the next day I'm reading 2 chapters to make up for it. You have to do it. And I also have a personal calendar. where I write, birthdays and family events and all work and workouts and just the everyday, day-to-day stuff. And then I also have a weekly calendar. That's where I write my goals, my to-do list. Like this day, I need to get this, and this accomplished. I have to get these things done. And then here's some other things I'd like to get done. Hold yourself accountable. It may be overkill on the amount of, what calendars I have and what I do, but guess what? When you write it down 6 times, you don't forget about it. It's still there. Set yourself some goals. Set goals. And, I journal and I write my goals every single day. My daily goals, my monthly goals, my weekly goals, my yearly goals, I write them down. My vision, I write that shit down every single day. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I gotta write this down again. But guess what? I don't forget it. I don't forget it. And if you're feeling unmotivated, undisciplined, my opinion is start reading. Now, I'm not saying read freaking 50 Shades of Grey or, whatever. I don't care if it's a good book. You can read some of those good books from time to time, but I recommend reading books that are going to motivate you, that are going to inspire you, that are going to push you to be a better person. These are books like Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, which I have not read yet, but it is on the list. It is the next book that I'm going to read. Read books like Endure by Cam Haines. I've already finished that one. Great book. Definitely recommend it. Read Vision Driven Leader. I just finished that by Michael Hyatt. Awesome book. It's a very business-oriented book, but you can relate it to life and everything that's about it. And the current book I'm reading is Objective Secure. Amazing book by Nick Lavery. More on that to come, but awesome. I mean, I'm only a little bit into it. Freaking love it. It's amazing. It's just, you got to do it. You got to hold yourself accountable. You got to do it when it's hard. Stop paying attention to social media, because social media is a highlight reel. And you know what? If you're sitting there saying, I want to be in there, I want to be in that situation. They got it easy. No, they didn't get it easy. They worked their ass off to get what they wanted. That can be you. That can be you. But you got to do things when it's hard. Do it when it's hard. That's all I got for you guys today. It's the last Fast Friday for a long time. At least for now. But tune in a couple weeks. Get to listen to Reno's rants. I'm super excited for this. I'm so excited to hear Reno's rants. Those will come out February 10th. Reno's rants, number 1. Send in your questions for Q&A Friday. Next week, we have Hold My Beer, number 7, with a returning guest, recent returning guest. But until Monday, with another great episode on Monday. Super excited about this one. You guys will not want to miss Monday's episode, especially. Oh, man. Monday is a long time missed guest. But until Monday, y'all know the deal. Life is hard. Gonna knock you down just like a bull does to a bull rider. Don't let that bull of life walk all over you. Get up, grab the bull by the horns, and take control of your life. Roughnecks. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode of the Roughnecks Podcast. If you liked today's episode, then please be sure to share it with a friend. You can follow the Roughnecks Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Roughnecks Podcast. Head over to roughneckspodcast.com and grab yourself some Roughnecks merch. Until next time, make sure you grab the bull by the horns and take control of your life. Roughnecks, out.